The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Ooh, Election Day! Go vote! Welcome to the show. You're looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas. Finally! Fall is here. It is 64 degrees. The high is 66. The low is 55.
You can't see it right now, but they're putting the Christmas tree up outside.
They're playing Christmas music.
Like we just
out there.
totally disrespect Thanksgiving. Like Thanksgiving is just like it's like as soon as we go from Halloween,
pat it on the head.
It's like let's where's the Mariah Carey music and eggnog? But he is Nate. That is Shannon. This is Kurt. In the back is Chris. I am Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel us when we speak.
Yes. Brought to you each and every day by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
He might be coming back this week.
Yeah. Got a new receiver in the mix that we'll talk about here in a second. How you fellas doing today on this fine election day?
Doing good.
Yes, doing
Tuesday,
But speaking of, my wife I came home Friday, November 1st. She got a Christmas tree up.
Unbelievable.
I was like, "What are you doing?"
She's a Christmas tree up already.
Not
Unbelievable.
we have like a smaller secondary one or whatever. And
You
she
have
got
two Christmas trees?
A secondary
It's
one.
like a. Don't ask me. I just say
When you
yes,
wanna-
honey.
it's just-
Can't hide money.
Can't hide money, wealth.
When you have five kids, you can't all get around one tree, so you got to have
No.
like the
I
kids
just say,
table.
You get a tree. You get a tree.
Whatever.
You get a tree.
Happy wife, happy life. Go do your thing.
Yeah.
Dang,
But yeah, when did it start becoming? Used to, it was Thanksgiving, right? The day after Thanksgiving, all the Christmas stuff came out. And then,
That was my argument.
Then stuff started showing up in the stores over the last 5 or so years before Thanksgiving. And now the stuff's in there before Halloween. Like people are legitimately going before Halloween to buy Christmas decoration. Like when did this start? And I get it. They're building the tree out on the plaza. I get it. Christmas extravaganza. By the way, if you've never been, it's pretty awesome. Bring the kids. It's awesome. It's free.
$4.99.
So I get it. They're putting the tree up. They're getting ready for that. But when I got out of my car and I heard the Christmas music being piped through the star, I was like, okay,
Yes, too much.
this is wild.
Is there Thanksgiving music?
That's
though?
what you beat me to it.
What is Thanksgiving
I don't
music?
know.
I don't know.
Big Moon sitting at the table.
The noises you make.
Oh, man, that's wild. Well, breaking news this morning. We went out and made some moves. I guess they listened to our show yesterday and they said, you know what? Not only are we not going to get rid of folks and acquire picks, we're going to give picks away and go get something everybody will get super fired up about.
Yeah.
A wide receiver from Carolina.
At least he's a younger guy. You got him for a couple more years. I'll give him that much, but still.
My question is, Kurt, go ahead and tell us who it
Jonathan
is.
Jonathan Mingo, Panthers
Second round pick, right?
second round pick, but wasn't doing much for the Panthers, so they're hoping for a new start here.
Hadn't played the last 2 weeks, right?
He's played, but sparingly.
Has no stats the last 2 weeks,
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah.
I think he has 9 catches total in the year,
Something
or
like that,
9 or
12,
15 or something like that.
My question is,
Let me look. I got it up here.
in a year that's coming up
12 for 121. Sorry,
for the whole season,
for
right?
the season.
I guess my question for you guys is, first off, why? And in a year that you need draft collateral, it looks like, because you've missed a little bit the last couple of years. Why would you go, unless you really like this guy, and from what we hear, they liked him in the draft, was it 2 years ago, Jess?
Yes.
Why would you go do this on what seems like another project and give up a, was it fourth rounder?
Fourth rounder.
Yeah.
You're getting a seventh rounder, but still you're giving up another fourth rounder, which on a project that you are hoping works out. Like, why would you do that? Thanks, Kurt.
Again, I guess they're hoping that they can develop him enough. Again, they'll have him for a couple more years. They're hoping they can develop him enough.
When has a developmental guy worked out here?
Well, hasn't recently.
No. Yeah.
Like when is a guy like, hey, we like this guy, we're gonna go. And look, I'm not being critical.
I mean,
I'm just asking a legit question. When has one of those guys worked out?
It's hard to judge because look who's he's had throwing to him. I mean, he had a young kid last year that got benched, and then Dalton.
that's an
he's a
upside.
second rounder. Apparently, the Cowboys really liked him coming out of the draft, into the draft, and so they hope that in the right system, better quarterback when he's back, that they can build off him for the next couple of years. This isn't going to do much for us this year, obviously, but
Then here's where I come in like a little bit confused about it all, and I get that this has now created a future development project, right? But why not do this a month ago when you had a healthy quarterback, when there was still a glimmer of hope?
Is Dak just pissed right now? Like, really?
And I don't know what Mingo was going to be. I just been listening to other people, and they've said they've reached out to some of the Carolina beat reporters and people who cover that team, and they were shocked at what the Panthers were able to get from the Cowboys for this player. Mm-hmm. And the next question is, okay, still on his rookie deal, you have some time with this kid, but I think we all agree in this room, your coaching staff probably is not going to be the same next year. Right? Mm-hmm. Right? So now you come into this situation, and the coach next year may go, I got no need for this guy. Yeah. This guy doesn't fit what I wanted to do. Or my plan is I don't need big receivers. I may want to go with more of the smaller 6-footers and the shiftier guys in the way that I want to run this offense. Or, that coach may have had a relationship with the guys that are at Carolina and got some intel from that. And also what it says to me is agenda that I've been pushing, to go get a guy, to give up a 4th-round pick for a guy that you had liked in the draft 2 years ago who was a 2nd-round pick, and the comps to who he is as a player is very similar to the guys that you're actually playing now. Mm-hmm. That tells me that they may have said, Jalen Brooks, Jalen Tolbert, Ryan Flournoy, you're not that guys. Like, you're not the guys for us. Yeah. Now, maybe some of you will stick around to be parts of this team, but that kind of lets me know how they feel about the guys that they have here currently. I think Brandon Cooks at the end of this year, he probably won't be back next year. And they looked at Jalen Tolbert, and this is a guy who hasn't gotten to a place where he was the bona fide number 2 wide receiver. And my guy Joe Hoyt got on this thing called Comparable, something like that, and it literally said this guy's comp is Ryan Flournoy. And this is a guy who can't get on the football field consistently for the Cowboys. So I don't know.
How you doing today, by the way, Nate?
I'm great. Great stuff, Jess. Great stuff, Kurt. I need him on the field now. If we just went out and got a guy that we're going to ramp up as we notoriously do around here, if he's not on the field next week catching 4 or 5 targets, why? Yeah. Why? Because we got guys just like that. They running around out there now. So he has to be much better than what we have. Because if we sit up and this guy, he need to be overtime. We need to have, after this, we need to hear whoever the announcers for this game, wow, man, this guy ain't been there for 4 days. He's on the field. If he's that guy, I'm good with it. If he's a guy I ain't gonna see but 4 or 5 weeks down the line, why did we get him?
Mm-hmm. I think for the future. Mm-hmm. I don't think that when you look at a guy like like in the Hopkins trade, right? He played that same week. When you look at Devontae Adams, he played in that same week. I personally don't believe this is a guy that you're going to play this week. Maybe you get him in next week. Maybe your best hope is to get him by Thanksgiving. When you play,
I say maybe this week, but I would think next week he's got to be in there, doesn't he?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
The way that I look at it is, I agree. If they like him, good. If they see something and it's a project, great. I don't like giving up a 4th-round draft pick. I'd rather you take that 4th-rounder, take a flyer on a running back, take a flyer on a quarterback, a future quarterback, take a flyer on a wide receiver, a big greasy guy in the middle, somebody that might work out instead of what this guy is and what he's been there 2 years. What could he turn into? Your third or fourth wide receiver? Yeah. Like I don't. If it was for a 7th rounder or 6th round, maybe even a 5th, I'd be like, I feel a little bit. 4th round can make an impact. We've seen that around here. 4th rounders make an impact. I just don't see giving that up to go get a guy.
Yeah.
Was there?
And you got so many other positions that you need help with right now. If you were, obviously it's for a future thing, but why not? I don't know. I don't understand it. And if you go look at the social media from the Panthers, like all their fans, like they feel like they fleeced us.
Yeah.
Their fans are like, "Oh my God, we really got this for this guy." If you go look at some of that stuff, the people that follow the team are like,
as a scout,
what do they do?
As a scout, pro personnel handles this. Will McClay. The first question I would ask Coach or Will is,
Jerry,
Mr. Jones, however you want to do it, even Steven, it don't matter, either of the 3 of these guys. What can he do now? Because, fellas, if he can't get on the field here in the next 2 weeks and have some type of impact, and we trying to get him ready for next year, and all of a sudden we get you just said it, we get a new coach. Next year, no, now. If I'm going to give up a 4th-round pick, it's now. It's now because after this week, if things don't go according, to plan, which if you get beat, it's now. If we go into next season, and I don't want to mispronounce the guy's name. What is his name?
Jonathan Mingo.
And it's a question mark on Jonathan Mingo. That was a wasted pick. You could have waited till after the season and got him even cheaper.
Because a lot of people believe from the Carolina following that he probably was going to be cut after this season in Carolina anyway. So I don't know.
I have nothing against the kid, but don't bring him in here. He's not going to. Why would you do that? Trading in the middle of the season normally tells your team, this is a guy that can help us now. Trading in the middle, if you want to do all the playing around and develop it, that's what you do after the season.
Yeah. That's when you see those contracts in January,
Yes.
those future contracts, right?
Yes.
Because when you look across the league at all the trades, you see guys being traded for that's going places to be an impact right now. Zadarius Smith going to Detroit to be an impact player right now. We saw Hopkins. We watched the game last night, right? To be to help right now. Devontae Smith to help right now. Mike Williams is going to the Steelers. That's probably going to help their offense right now. Like you're not making trades for trade's sake. And I almost feel that was one of those trade sakes.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
You got to wonder if they wanted to. There'd been so much negativity if they're like, we got to do something.
Yeah, this wasn't it. Right, this wasn't it. And I see you looking at one right now, right? Marcus Lattimore, right, the cornerback from the Saints, going to the Commanders. Like those are moves that are going to help that football team right now. Those teams are going.
He has 2 more years on his contract. Maybe they're trying to develop him and make him not a man-on-man corner now. Maybe they're trying to make him a zone. Come on, fellas. If this guy can't help right now, what good is he? Because when the season starts next year, and we as media, not this group in here, we'll be loving on this guy for running around here for 3 weeks in preseason. Oh my God, he's doing a great job. Well, what about the 8 games that just passed? Come on now, fellas.
All right, let's take our first break. Call us. We would love to hear how you feel.
888-855-2297.
Load them up. Let us know that you voted. Let us know what you think about the trade. Let us know what you think about the season.
But keep your voting private.
Listen,
keep your voting.
Don't say that.
Yeah, keep your voting private.
I didn't say
we
who
don't
you
want to go
voted
into
for.
Yeah,
that.
but I'm just telling you, when you don't say it, they're going to say it.
Yeah.
So you
no.
got to say, just tell us how you feeling today.
Okay.
Don't get us in trouble.
How do you feel on this election day?
Yeah.
Just don't get us in trouble.
Thank you.
Don't get us in trouble.
How's that getting us?
Because you know our callers. Our callers don't do anything normal.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They don't do anything normal.
Yeah, okay, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
Don't tell us who you voted
There
for.
we go.
Thank
You know,
We
if you
don't
want to
wanna
say I
know.
voted today or I'm
Thank
going to
you.
vote or I prefer
Thank
not to
you.
vote, do that. You're right, Jesse.
Thank you.
This
You
show,
know, yeah.
yes.
This ain't.
Don't come in guns a-blazing
No.
and tell us who you voted for. This is not a political show.
And if they do, Chris, please cut them off right then.
888-855-2297. Call us. Let us know how you feel. When we come back.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, a 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/cowboys to get started.
We got big personalities. We got big hair, big belt buckles. We got fans all across this big state and enemies in every other one. We even got a big star on the 50-yard line. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks home or away, we rally together. We cry together, and we always rally cry together because, most of all, we got big love for them boys. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com. Kurt.
Yes.
7-Eleven.
Get ready for the ultimate game day experience. Thanks to 7-Eleven, you, Kurt,
Yes,
could
sir.
win a VIP experience to that Bengals game that we talked about on December the 9th.
Hey, little kitty cat.
Just text Cowboys VIP to 711-711 for your chance to win premium club tickets, sideline passes, travel, and more. Don't miss out. Enter now. No purchase necessary. Ends on 11/20. Must be 18 or older in the USDC. Void where prohibited. Message and data rates may apply. Visit bit.ly/go711-711 for full details and non-text entry. All right, Chris, do we have any phone calls?
Of course we do.
All right. Who do we have?
We got Antoine. He's in Maryland.
Antoine in Maryland, how do you feel
today?
I'm a little tired, man. I just got off work. I worked a double, and then I got a dentist appointment in an hour, so I'm a little tired. But I'm making it.
Getting the mentals and dentals checked out. Good for you.
Oh yeah. My lady won't let me not do it. But I also feel like we are a bad football team, and honestly, I feel like we've been a bad football team for some years now. And I think, like, even though we have been winning 12 games, I think that it was way more bad football teams in the league than there was good teams. And this year, I think a lot more teams are starting to get it right, and we still haven't got it right yet. I feel like we don't have any playmakers on defense, you know what I mean? Even though, like, they show flashes, you know what I mean? But for one reason or another, you know what I mean, it didn't work out. You know, Trayvon showed flashes of being a playmaker. Next year, he tears ACL. Deron Bland shows flashes of being a playmaker. You know, he hurts himself. I think Micah, he has the potential to be a playmaker, but he doesn't have the right people with him. We've been using him wrong. I think he should be that playmaker like Fred Warner is a playmaker for their defense. I think he should be that type of playmaker. Where they have him at now, he's not a playmaker. You know what I mean? DeMarcus Ware was a playmaker. He made plays. So at this point, man, I'm just waiting for next year, man. Hopefully we come back and get it right this time around next year. That's all I got. Thanks for taking my call, fellas.
Thanks for the call, Antoine. You are heard, and your feelings are valid.
Yeah.
Duly noted.
Tuesday therapy. Call us in and tell us how you feel
today.
I like that Jesse and his boy got on they round T-shirts like that. I like that kind of. Yeah,
they match.
Yeah, they match.
We don't go raw dog under our shirt. We don't raw dog under
you
our
don't
shirt.
raw dog.
Yeah, y'all raw dog under y'all shirt.
Under a T-shirt.
Oh, wow, you got
That's a T-shirt.
What you got under your shirt? Raw dog.
It's a T-shirt. I don't wear anything under a T-shirt.
He's a raw dog.
If I wear a dress shirt or
he's a raw
a polo
dogger.
or a T-shirt, I don't wear.
Are you a raw dogger?
That's an off-air conversation, Nate. I mean, that's very personal. Nate, I have a 4-year-old running around. What do you think?
Okay.
We know. We don't have to ask Kurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got 2 Christmas
Bon
trees.
Jovi had a lot of good nights singing in his room.
Oh, dear. What was your go-to?
Chris, do we got another call? You know about no. Let's get off my boy. Chris, do we got another call?
Who we got, Chris?
We about to get ourselves in trouble.
Oddly enough, it's Jesse in Houston.
Jesse in Houston. How do you feel
today? Wait, do you have an I in your name?
No, you. So you asked me this last time. I'm the same one from last time.
Same one.
We can take your call.
Can be only one.
We can take your call.
Yeah. And so remember the last time I called, right? I was talking about the draft.
Yeah.
Now I'm totally disgusted because we just gave away a draft pick.
Yeah.
So I agree. I totally agree. Why are we giving away draft capital? I was looking forward to the draft. Now I'm not. We might, like you said, we get a new coach in, with the new coaches coming in. He might not even like the receiver. He might want to change everything up. But who wants to come in right now and we're giving everything away?
Yeah.
Good point. Well, thank you for the call, Jesse. You are
Call
heard,
back again, Jesse.
and your feelings are valid.
Duly noted.
So, speaking of draft and draft capital, we have a guy that's been inactive a lot this year that we gave up some draft capital for, in Trey Lance. With Dak being sidelined, Cooper Rush in, would you try to get Trey Lance into the game somehow, whether that's creating packages for him or just seeing what you got? Does it matter at this point? Like, what would you guys do with
so
that?
Before we get into the answer to that question, just when you look at what the Cowboys have in 2025, right now the Cowboys have a pick in each of the first 3 rounds. So they have a pick in the first, a pick in the second, a pick in the third. They have 2 fourths, I think 1 fourth now because they just gave one away, 3 fifths, and 1 7th rounder. And most people are saying probably that they may package the 7th and maybe a 5th to move back up into the 4th. And then at the end of the year, if guys like Trey Lance and guys like Brandon Cooks, if they go and sign somewhere else, I'm missing somebody else, Chris. Who help me out? Who am I missing that may go somewhere else?
Compensatories would be the guys you lost last year.
Last year.
So it'd be like your Pollard.
So your Tony Pollard, you'll pick up some picks for that at the end of the year. So right now they have, like I said, picks in the first, second, and third round. They have the 1 4th round pick, 2 fifths, and a 7th. So they may be able to package that 7th and maybe one of those 5th or maybe those 2 fifths and move back up into the 4th round and get that pick back. But to Jesse's point is you have so many needs. Like there is not a need that you don't have.
A position.
Here we go. A position that you don't have a need at. And I mean, you could say quarterback, that's the one position, but you have a need at running back. You have a need at receiver. You have a need at offensive line, defensive line. Out behind Ferg,
All right.
you got a need there. You got a need at corner. You got a need at linebacker. Safety. Like there's a need everywhere. So to go and get a guy and waste I shouldn't say waste, but give a 4th round pickup for a guy like this. When you think about all that you need coming up, it's just tough to wrap your head around.
Right. Yeah. Back to the Trey Lance question. Would you try to get him into a game, or does it even matter at this point?
Why wouldn't you? I mean, just to...
He's not better than Cooper Rush.
No, but, I mean, why not work some packages where he's running the ball or something?
RPOs
anything.
or something?
Why not see what he can...
You're not going to fool the rest of the league. I don't care what you do. You're not gonna fool the rest of the league.
You're not putting him in there to throw passes.
Yeah,
right?
yes, and you and I have this argument with some of my friends all the time about, man, we need a running. No, throwing wins games. Throwing wins championships. If you can't throw, you can't win. Did you see the overtime game last night?
Yeah. But not even just a hand. I mean, Rush should be the starter. He's going to be playing most of the snaps, but you wouldn't work him in just a few to.
What are you doing with Trey Lance? What are you doing? If you tell me what are you trying to do, then I can give you a better answer.
Trying to, I guess, just throw a different look at the defense on the one hand, and 2, see if he's got anything since you already spent a 4th round pick on him.
I mean, and you my boy, so you know I hate for me to go against you.
No, but just asking questions.
Some dissension in the ranks over there. I like it.
They know if he had anything, he would be the guy.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason why he's the emergency quarterback every single week, because they go out there in that practice field, and the ref that he has been giving, he hasn't shown them enough to go, you know what, Cooper Rush, you're the 3rd emergency quarterback, and Trey Lance, you're the backup. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, to put him out there to see what.
Yeah.
They don't believe.
Well,
they don't believe.
Apparently Jerry does, because he said on the fan this morning, don't be surprised if he's out, if he's worked in. So
only way I can see working him in is if you get to a point where you are mathematically eliminated and you just go, we're gonna play him and see what you got. Rest of the year, put the young guys in. We consider him a young guy, even though he's not young. But
this offense,
let him go. We know we got Cooper Rush. Just let's see what it is. Ride it out the rest of the year.
This offensive line badly protected that.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, but now you got a more elusive, scrambling quarterback. So maybe
I wouldn't want him to be in for like as a running quarterback. I'd want to see how he reads defenses, what he's got, how his mind works, and what his arm looks like. That's why I would put him in.
My question is not based on he's the starter. It's like throw him in for 5 snaps or something like that.
I don't think that
not even worth
much.
it. Not even worth it.
That's what I'm saying. Why?
It's about like these gadget players we got. It's the same.
Just another one?
Yeah.
It's just, like, gadgets only work when you have something working.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have something that's working, that's dominant, so that when you throw a gadget in there, like, remember back when we played the Detroit Lions and they had so much good stuff working? They were like, oh yeah, we'll go gadget play. We'll line up a lineman out wide. We'll do this. Gadgets don't work when you don't have anything going well. You see what happened in the game when we tried to run a fake pass?
Yeah, your gadget plays when nothing else is working, usually disastrous.
They're disastrous.
And gadget plays are always within the first 2 series of a game. And after they get blowed up, the coach don't run them in.
we don't have enough good things going in our favor for a gadget to work.
Yeah.
Right. This is why you don't see Deuce out there. This is why you don't see really Cavante doing a lot of those things. This is why we don't have anything that's solid enough that we can go. What are we gadgeting off of? Like, usually a gadget comes off something that you're really good at. We don't have anything that we're really good at, so that when they see Trey Lance come out there, automatically you're gonna see they gonna start doing this. They gonna change that coverage. We off covers now, everything back in the zone because. What is he going to do? Like, there's, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing that they can go out there and say that they're good enough for a gadget to work. The alarms are going to go off immediately.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, alarms are going to go off immediately if we don't get all our sponsors in. So let's take our last break. Chris, we have phone calls?
Of course we do.
All right, when we come back, more phone calls on Hanging with the Boys.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hangin with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole, made with real Hass avocados, will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouthwatering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Hey, Cowboys fans, a 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by Jigsaw, the proud dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. All right, Chris, who's on the phone?
Anthony in Louisville, Kentucky.
Anthony, how do you feel today?
You guys really don't want to know how I really feel right about now.
We do. Tell us. Let us have it.
Oh, man, I'm a lifelong Cowboys fan since the first Super Bowl. Man, it's tough. It's tough. I love a quarterback, though. I don't care what nobody says. They can rip on Dak all they want. That guy, he's been through a lot, and he showed grit every time he gets on the field. I think our problem is we're just hurting in the trenches. Me and my cousin grew up, and we were huge Cowboys fans, and he was a big fan of Nate Newton.
Thank you. Tell your cousin I love him to death, and I will not wave him off in training camp.
Unfortunately, he passed away last year, man.
Oh.
And yeah, man. And every time I had a jersey made for him, and every time the game comes on, I lay the jersey out, I smoke one, and we watch the game. Hey, Nate,
Yes, sir.
I know you got something. If Pam can still commentate, you can still get out there and play. You got to be able to do something to help these boys.
You know what? I'll be going against my method of why we're wasting time with certain guys, and I don't want to be one of those guys.
Okay, we got this Mingo guy. Hell, I thought he was a linebacker when I heard his name. We don't need a receiver. We got enough bums on the sideline as it is. Yeah.
Wow.
Like I said, I'm out here in Louisville, and I think I'm going to be a Ravens fan until we get off the snide, because Lamar, no, I would never, ever turn against my Cowboys.
Don't leave us now, bro.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we can rebound. I don't know. It's going to be tough. I don't know. I'm just going to hang up and listen. Sorry, guys.
All right.
First time calling, by the way.
Go on and do what you were doing before you called.
Thank you for listening.
All right. You know what I was doing.
And Colin, Anthony, you are heard and your feelings are valid. Chris, I have
Duly
a question.
noted.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Who has been cutting hair in the studio? What
what's
in
going
the
on there.
hell is going on in here?
You know what that is? That's from the.
Don't say it's from Halloween.
It's from Halloween.
That is not. That is hair.
What are you talking about?
There is hair in here on the Lazy Susan.
I don't
in here.
think it's
It's not hair.
Come
not hair.
Come in here.
That's not hair. That's fake spider legs.
Put the
Fake
next
spider.
Fake spider webs and legs.
I don't think
You want
so.
the next caller?
Yes, sir.
Next caller. Come on. Randy in California.
Randy, how do you feel
Feel
today?
Today.
Oh, I feel great. Hey, happy Election Day. Hey, Nate, I got a question. Is it all right if I write you in on the ballot or what?
Hey, man. Hey, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. I'll be asking 9, 10, 11, 14, and 85. Don't do that. I'll make you something crazy, man.
Hey, I'll donate to your campaign. $3 and some free cents. How about that?
I hear you, my brother. Yeah, wow. You got anything for Kurt today?
No.
Oh, no, I can't write in Kirk. He's too quiet.
That's right. I don't want any part of that set.
I got you. Hey, listen, man. This whole line's a problem. I get that. With 2 rookies and stuff, and Cooper Beebe is looking promising. And I don't like all this hate on Tyler Guyton. Now, I'm going to ask you: you think it's a position coach that's not really helping these dudes because Steele is looking worse than that I can remember, and Martin has taken a huge decline. So with Martin, I don't really see us winning much games. You think Bass or like Udoga might be better at that guard position than Martin right now since his decline has been significant. And I'll let you guys get back to work and keep talking. So I'm gonna make like a fetus and head out. You guys have a blessed day.
Hey, rumors are, and I haven't went over or called anybody. I should. They say that Martin is battling a bad back, and it comes a point if this continues that you do have to give the young guy a look and let him. No. No. Let me explain myself.
Go ahead.
If the decline continues like it's continuing, I don't embarrass him. To me, leaving a guy in who's been great as he has been, I'm a forget the money. I'm gonna protect him. I got to. This is a future Hall of Famer, and if he start leveling off and start back getting, he's not gonna be what he once was, but start being above that average player that we saw last year that was competing and at times dominating. No. But if it continues to decline, I cannot do that to him. That's just Nate now.
How big of a difference would it be if the other 4 guys are all the same? We all know, Tyler Smith's good, the other 3, whatever. How big of a difference would it be if just that one guy, if Zach was all-pro Zach?
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
How big is it when that left tackle be sitting out there for the 49ers?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How big is it when Minnesota went and got a left tackle, traded for one? The game that just played, and boy, they lit up the team.
But those are tackles.
Can guard has that same effect. Larry Allen had that same effect. When you got a dude that can move folks, the dude for the Colts have that same effect. The left guard for the Colts.
Quentin Nelson.
They have that. When you have a dominant player that can put gaping holes on folks, it's different. It's different. It is different. And especially in the middle of the field where now you are solid in the middle, you can kind of spread things out and make it come around the corners. But when things are rushing in there on you in the middle, it's a killer. If a quarterback can't see what's finna hit him in the back, that's why our left tackle and our center was the most important things. That's what I based this season off of. Our center is playing okay, but our left tackle is not, and we are paying for it.
Mm-hmm. See, what you said, I think, was 100% valid. But don't you also embarrass him by taking him off the field? Because sometimes
only if he declining, Jess, you take him off the field. Only if he keeps declining. If he levels off, it comes a point, and I understand because I'm like, man, because I've thought of this. I'm like, wow, he's not playing well. And you have came and said, whoa, your boy Zach got handled. And other people that know the game coming, oh, boy, your boy getting handled. And I'm like, yeah, what do you got to say? And I keep saying, yeah, he's getting older. In today's NFL, back when we played, oh, no. There's no way you can drag me off that field. You got to wait till the end of the season and cut me.
Right.
Now, maybe he has that same attitude because they can, hey, man, son, he may say, don't even try it. And if they give him that right, I'm with him, whatever he decides.
Because I think he's earned that right.
Yeah,
I think he's earned the right to fall on his sword. You know what I'm saying? Like to go out, not fall on his sword, but go out on his shield.
Well, he's falling on his sword.
Well, he's
right
that too.
Yeah.
But to go out on his shield, right? Like
yeah.
Because let's be honest, Father Time is undefeated, and backs don't get better. They just don't. They just don't.
But that's why I'm saying if he's even if I have to take him out 1 or 2 games and say, I just.
Ooh, the man is giving you so much, man. He's giving you so much.
It's only a few people on this team that I will kind of bring me to tears. He is one of them, and the other one played with the Jets. You know, he's struggling the same, and I'm saying to myself, they're going out the same way. But now, like yesterday, what I said about Zeke, who has been a bigger fan than Zeke? And then I can deal with your decline. But I bet you Zack Martin ain't over there missing meetings, not doing the right thing, not saying the right thing. See, when especially, and for me, I was kind of like Zeke. They never make the money Zeke made, but I was that guy that was going to party, going to have a great time. I wasn't going to be late to meetings. That was just a no-no. Wasn't going to miss meetings. That wasn't going to never happen. But I was that guy that got in trouble. But I never, in my mind, and it's probably the same in his mind, going to hurt my team that way. And so I know we're talking about Zach, but I'm saying the difference is one that you can put up with and give that chance to fall on the shield, and that one that you shouldn't put up with because you have been more than loyal to him. He held out. And I promise you, I know one man upstairs was like, we're going to pay him. Everybody else probably was saying, nah, let's hold out. That one man, you know who I'm talking about, pay him. And didn't even waver. Brought you back, didn't even waver. And this is, this is what you do. Can't have it, man.
Chris, do we have anyone else?
Yes, we have Quincy in Jackson, Mississippi.
Oh.
Y'all knew it was coming. You slow with it.
My neck of the woods. Quincy, how do you feel
today?
What's up, fellas? I feel great. It's an honor to be on here talking to you guys, especially Nate. Nate, I was a big fan in the 90s. I'm a fellow HBCU grad from Mississippi Valley State.
Cool. Jerry Rice.
Home of Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice.
Yeah, I was about 3 years after him. So, look, with Mingo, I'm pulling for this guy. I don't live far from Brandon, Mississippi, where he was raised. I've known his uncles for 20 years, and I've met him a couple of times. He's a really nice guy. I watched him play in high school and at Ole Miss. And Ole Miss has been really good with receivers as of late, with Metcalf and A.J. Brown. They put a couple others out, too. But what I do like about him is his willingness to block. He doesn't mind blocking for the run. He'll crash down on the defensive end going in motion. So I like that about him. I wouldn't have made this trade unless I did it like a couple of weeks ago. I wouldn't have done it now, and I definitely wouldn't have done it given a fourth, even though I like the guy. But I'm hoping that it pays off because, he has an old-school mentality, so he'll fight for the ball. He's the same size as Dez. He's a huge boxing fan, so he loves being physical. I just think that he needs a little focus, and it takes targets to keep him focused because in Carolina, he wasn't getting a lot of targets. So when he got his opportunity, sometimes he dropped the ball because he's so anxious to make a play. So I'm hoping he can calm down, get some looks, and, he may not be the second coming of Alvin Harper or anything, but hopefully he could be a solid number 2 for Dallas, and I'm glad that he's getting a fresh start.
And it's good that somebody know this kid, man. Maybe he will come in and do what he needs to do, but I believe this. If you give up a fourth, because I do a 4-round draft. I don't 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and all of them. The first, second, and I was a free agent now, so nobody cared about me. And I hate to do that, but first 4 rounds mean a lot to me in today's NFL. And after that, you can have them. But this kid needs to come in and play. He needs to come in and produce, and quick. Yeah,
what? As he was talking through that, Jesse, we know how Nate feels about it. Would it be illogical to bring him in and just go, you know what? We're going to give you a week to ramp up, and then you're going to be our number 3 or number 4 guy. And we're just going to put you plug and play, see what you got, give you a shot. Like this guy said, give him a fresh start. Maybe send a message to some folks on this team, say, hey, we're not standing pat. Like, compete. Get in there and compete for your job. And just throw him out there and see what you got. Is that illogical?
No. But now you do that with the backup quarterback. Again, now everything – and what may work out for him is that you won't have a big of a playbook available to the offense now because it's Cooper Rush and not Dak Prescott.
And you don't have predetermined chemistry already. It's everybody's kind of –
Well, there's a predetermined chemistry.
Is there? Even with the backup
Yeah,
guy?
it is. Yeah, it is. He's going to have a special guy he throw that rock to now.
If you got Ferg, take the over.
That's the safety blanket.
If you got Ferg, take the over.
Happy feet, 1, 2. Oh,
Yeah.
no, yeah, he's right there.
Yeah.
How long, as a receiver, how long will it take him to jump in and know the routes and all that? The language, I guess.
How quick could you get him in a game?
how quick could you get him up to speed?
It all depends on how you want to, because like even, excuse me, even when you watch guys like Devontae Adams, like and Hopkins, I'm sure they're getting in the huddle and Patrick Mahomes like, hey, you know what you got? All right, go over there to the right.
Yeah.
And they're helping him out in that sense. So it's all about what do you want from him? If you want him to go out there and play 40 or 50 snaps, you're going to have to help him. There's going to be some assistance. There's going to be in the huddle, like you're going to call the play, and I'm going to look at him and go, hey, Mingo, hey, you in the slot, you got to go. Like there's going to be some helping out as he continues. You don't come in unless you were with that previous coach or OC somewhere else. You don't come in right away without some assistance from that in the huddle from those quarterbacks to give you a chance to do the right things.
You know something I noticed on today's show? Nate, I just want to say I'm thankful for you every Tuesday and Friday.
Why is that?
If you weren't here, no one would call this show. Everyone just wants to call
They either gonna dog me
and
out.
say, call you asinine or say, hey, this was for Nate. So thank you. You create Tuesdays and Fridays. by
Hey, you know
yourself.
what? I love you guys because I can be me.
I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Reach over there.
He was trying to get
You can be you.
I can be me, man.
Uh-oh.
Jesse, voice of reason, I stole it from him for about 2 weeks, and then I became
And
an
you became
asinine.
asinine, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Heavy is the head that wear the crown, baby. Heavy is the head.
Thanks for calling in. We will take calls again on Friday.
And Chris dropped the bomb, and we're going to use it sooner or later.
Man,
Chris dropped the bomb in the back. We'll tell you all there.
Tomorrow we're going to do, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Cowboys offense tomorrow? Sure.
Cowboys offense, Eagles defense.
I can't wait to get to Thursday.
So how we
Talk
do it
about
with
that
Cooper?
Eagles offense.
How we do it
Kellen
with
Moore.
We're going to have to assume with Cooper. The offense.
Go watch last year's tape. Watch last year's
the
tape.
last quarter.
Go vote. Don't
Yes,
tell
sir.
us who you vote for. Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. Josh and Jazz, thanks for
I'm
keeping
not
them
from
company.
Hawaii, but I voted.
What's up with that shirt, by the way?
It was the tightest one I had on.
I like it.
That way, I ain't had to iron it because you picked at me yesterday. Said I look like.
I like it. We'll be back tomorrow. Hanging with the boys.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?